CONTRAVE. It is a tool exactly like VSG and RNY are tools. Where were we? Where were we? This is part 2 of the other one. And I know it started with the Haagen Daaz, the sabotage. She didn't mean to. She just got forgetful, or she thought I wasn't serious or something. But the roommate thing, and I ate 4 pints of Haagen Daaz in like 4 days, and it was just, oh my God. And it went from that. Oh, and I'm going to share with you my mantra. It's my mantra. What I don't do anymore. Things I don't do. I don't do. Starting with, I don't keep sugar and carbs and stuff around my house. And that includes bread and potatoes and none of it. I just don't keep it here. My refrigerator is boring as hell. Yep, it is. Except for the sugar-free stuff. I just went nuts on sugar-free popsicles. But even those are spooky. Some of them are 40 calories each. That's not okay, but I found some really awesome ones that are 15 calories each, and I like those. Anyway, that's not what I was trying to say. So I have some mantra stuff that I want to share with you. Basically, my mentor on that is a YouTuber named Yvette. And basically her thing was like, I know I'm not saying it quite right, but it's like, I don't cook what I don't eat. I don't eat what I don't cook. I don't buy what I'm not going to cook, and I don't cook what I don't buy, and I don't eat out socially, and basically like that. It's some pretty serious, conviction she has about that, and I have the same thing. So I don't like this stuff around, and so this video here today is it picks up where I left off before, and I was just talking about what I told my roommate in the email that I sent her in reaction to the ice cream thing, about my rules here in the house, and just about how I handle how I'm dealing with my recovery from being an emotional overeater. Oh, and I also mentioned to her in my email, I said I can't see that stuff, it can't like be accessible, reachable for me right now, not right now, and other things. I don't go to theaters anymore. There's certain things that I cannot do and won't do. I cannot go to theaters because, oh my God, the smell of popcorn. I can almost cry at how delicious that is to me. And I've got a full tummy ready to take in a large popcorn with butter, because with butter, lots of butter is the way it's supposed to be eaten. I'm telling you. With a Snickers bar, one bite of the Snickers bar and one mouthful of the popcorn, that is what you are supposed to do. And until I unlearn that, I could not go into a theater, and that is just that. Period. So I went to see Hidden Figures, and I was just, it was wrong. It was wrong. The movie was great, but I was wrong. I also no longer eat out, like socially, not right now. If friends want to do a food thing, then I'm like, what time are you doing that? What time are you getting down to the coffee part? Post-dessert part. I'll see you then. Okay? Or we can not do that particular evening, and we can meet some other time. I'll meet with them at a coffee shop. I'll do that. I can keep myself away from those things, but a restaurant, just not doing that. Sitting down to eat with you, just not right now. Not right now. Just not right now. Just not right now. I don't want to. I just don't feel like it. It's just, when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I just have to I don't feel like having another one of those slobbery, snot, crying videos today. Not today. No. So sometimes I go to the grocery store and I get what I need, and then I see myself as, you walk by all these yummy things, and I'm like, nope. And the thoughts that are going through my head really are kind of impressing me, how I get myself out of there. But I hear myself saying words like, no, you got to get out of here now, But that's and that is kind of making me weepy a little bit, because I feel kind of psychotic. Whatever. it takes what it takes. And I think, I got to go extreme like this first in order to swing back and be suddenly in a harmonious place about it where I don't have to be so dramatic because I've learned a new way of being. I think part of what makes me cry about that is like, if I'd had the surgery, maybe it wouldn't be like that, because I think that I might be under the false impression that had I had the surgery, I would have already learned. I wouldn't be going through this right now. Psychologically, I don't know. I know that there are people who haven't learned what I'm learning right now, and they had the surgery, and then a year or 2 or 3 in, because they haven't learned what I've learned right now, their stomach is stretched out again. So then they regain, and they curse the surgery as being not good enough. But the surgery did what it was supposed to do. Did you take advantage of the time? Because the surgery is a tool to give you time to develop a new way of being with food, and time to develop a new relationship with your body and how you treat it. So check it out. I think I did the video where I had that weight gain thing, and I was like, oh, holy shiznit, Batman, which led to another really great video where you scam your way out of regain and scam your way thin. Basically, scamming is the bomb. How to scam. You've got to see this one. Okay. Anyway, right around then, I was like, oh my God, and I had to go to my doctor because I still needed to lower my blood pressure medication, but my numbers were up. I didn't want to go in, but he didn't understand what I was saying, and I was just trying to tell his assistant, I'm like, just tell him to cut the dose in half, because what I'm doing is I'm taking half of this dose right here. She's like, okay, well, what dose is that? And I was reading it to her, but they weren't understanding what I was saying, and she's like, he says you got to come in. I'm like, damn it. Because I knew when I got there I was going to have to get on the scale. I'm like, And remember, I had gone back into the 280s. Dude. And dudettes. Not cool. Okay. So, so anyway, I get in there and I tell him how much I did not want to be there that day. I was trying to get myself back together and everything before I came in here and got on his stupid scale. And he laughed. He thought that was so funny. But he's like, okay, so look. What about the CONTRAVE? It's like once in a while I take one. Get a headache and go, oh no, I'm not doing that. So I wasn't really doing it, but so I said, okay, I'm gonna dig into the CONTRAVE now. I'm gonna do that. He's like, yeah. I mean, he's having success with other patients and stuff. And I said, okay, I could do the 1 a day. And he's like, but 1 a day? I'm like, but it works for me 1 a day. And he's like, okay, maybe it's a placebo. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Placebo, schmalibo, whatever. That works for me. Whatever works, works. So 1 a day. And I was really anxious to not go more than that. So this was supposed to be a story about my roommate and the friggin' ice cream. And now it's about CONTRAVE. Did you see how that happened? I don't really know how that, but that's really. So I started really getting serious with CONTRAVE then. Plus, he gave me a whole one of these for free. He's like, look what I have. They sent this to me. Here, give it to you. This would be, let me tell you. The first one that I bought, because your insurance does not cover it, $150. And then the second one, he told me you have to follow this thing. They give you a thingy and you go and you register online so that you can get reduced this discount price henceforth. I didn't do that because I'm, whatever. So now the second time I go, I'm all like bracing myself to pay $150. And he goes, see, you know how much this is, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. And he goes, okay, so that'd be $240. I'm like, excuse me? Oh my God. Anyway, so that was, so there's that. And that made me happy that I've never gone to for a day. I'm like, wow, I'm glad that it took me 3 or 4 months to, need a refill. Sheesh. When I say register, like they tell you, register, because then it's less than $100 for each time. At least that's what I'm hearing from other folks who've registered, and now when they go get their subsequent prescriptions, it's less than 100. I'm like, okay. So I've now registered, and I talked about how it goes in this video here. This video. I wonder if I can put it right between these. I wonder. I don't know if I'm that good at editing and put it right between my fingers like that. That would be amazing. But anyway, so that video will explain the pattern of how you build up to the 4 pills per day, which I never have. Most I do is like I'll do 1 in the morning, and then the evening is my issue. But nighttime, 10 o'clock is the snacking hour. So I around 6 o'clock will have 1.5, and that, I want to say, is the most I'll ever do, but I actually have seen myself do 3, where I'll do 1 and then 2. And then every couple of days, I'll lighten up a little bit and just do 1 and then a half of 1. Because I don't ever want to need, it's working. So, and in the early parts when I was still on 1 a day, if I forgot to take it one day, that's when I would see myself do crazy stuff. But at the 1 a day point, when I was consistent with it, I also started to notice my mind changing. But I also want to share with you the fact that, okay, CONTRAVE. It is a tool exactly like VSG and RNY are tools. It makes me feel different. It makes me feel full faster. It feels like food is like right up here, and you can throw up if you eat too much. And all of that drama, I welcome. Just like I would have welcomed it, was about to welcome it when I was all in line for the surgery. And what this is doing is giving me an opportunity, making it easier. That's the tool part. Making it easier for me to go, wait, am I really hungry anyway? Do I really need this? How am I going to feel? I like to see it all the way through. How am I going to feel after I eat this thing that I'm thinking about? Yeah. How many hours am I going to have to dance with the fitness marshal to burn that off? And is that really going to happen? And there's that, because I can only do so much fitness marshal. I love him, but my stamina is about 1 hour and 15 minutes right now, which is a lot. I'm sweating my behind off. I got to share the fitness marshal. I've brought him up before. If you've not experienced the fitness marshal, oh my God.
And if what they say is true, if it's true, I'm gonna give it rich and stay. Guaranteed, I can back it up. Rich and out on your best. Hurry up, I'm working out. Run. Take it out.
Awesome. Okay. His whole team and the backup beauties, I think that's what he calls them, the 2 dancers that behind him. Just awesome. Anyway, whoever they are, like, they change up, and they're always awesome people. Was that a big booty shot when I got up? Was it? Boom.